welcome high school football fans. We are here back at Rip U Stadium. Philip Gilly along with Mark Kinney. Got a good contest coming up between the New Brockton Gamecocks and the Northside Methodist Academy Knights. So what do you think about this game there, Mark Kinney?
Well, it's the last game for the regular season for both of these teams. Last game for some of these guys who are seniors this year. Tonight's homecoming for Northside. Got a good crowd. I expect them to throw the ball a lot. Hopefully it's entertaining, exciting, and I'm looking forward to it, Philip.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, both teams have struggled a little bit this season. The Brockton don't have a win yet, so they're looking for their first win. And, of course, the Knights are here at homecoming, so they've got 3 wins, so they're looking for another one. And they've had a couple of really close calls. You know, Daleville, they only lost by 1 point, and Providence, they lost by 3. I think it was towards the end of the game. So they really actually could be have 5 wins this season, Mark.
Yeah, I talked with Toby Green. A lot of their problems are turnovers that they're having. If they can just protect the ball. Now, one thing they do is throw the ball a lot, which is fun to watch. But sometimes if you don't make the right throw, that can cause you quick and get off the field quick. But like you said, they beat Ashford last week 31-28. They got beat at the last minute by Providence. Daleville beat them by 1 point. So they could easily be 5-4 right now going into the last game, but they're looking at 3-6 right now. But I really think that tonight they're going to spread that ball out and throw the ball. You're going to look at J.J. Smith in the backfield. You're going to look at Colin Blackwell on the wide receiver. Jaden Watkins is another guy that has the potential to take the ball to the house. It all goes with Harry Hicks, the quarterback. He's an 11th grader, sat out last year, came back this year, and you can see as the season went on, he has improved.
Yes, he absolutely has. And like you said, I mean, they've had really a couple calls now. The Brockton, they've had some blowouts, and they've had some close games. They like to throw the ball as well. They got a good running back. At number 38 is Jared Petit is pretty good, so he runs the ball. But they ran the ball mainly between the tackles. Don't get outside a lot. They don't have a lot of speed, but they have a lot of brute, and they got a couple big guys on the O-line that can open up some holes. So, if they can have a good mix of throwing and passing, they got a good chance to be very competitive in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. It looks like Northside's going to be receiving the kick here. The kicker's like he's setting up for either a pooch kick or an onside kick here, looks like to be number 57, Amal Montelig. And so, and they've moved all of Northside players really up to within about 20, 25 yards of the line of scrimmage of the 40-yard line. So they're expecting it as well.
Yeah, Northside, the farthest back, they're at the 30-yard line, the own 30-yard line. And it's going to be a little pooch, going to be taken at about the 29-yard line. Oh, it's going to slip down on them, that new beautiful turf here at Rip U Stadium. But Northside will start at their own 35, 36-yard line. We got this contest going, so, again, I think it's going to be a good game.
It looks like Cannon Richard, number 18, is going to be the one credited with the tackle there. But it looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 from about just outside their own 35 here at Northside, starting it off.
Going to start with a little razzle-dazzle. End around, double handoff. Northside's got lots of room. Very nice play there to start it off with. They're going to get all the way in the Gamecock territory down to about the 39-yard line. So a little razzle-dazzle there to number 1, Colin Blackwell. Nice gain there.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Jackson Fitworth. You're going to see an instant replay. Double handoff reverse here. Hands it off to J.J. Smith, and he turns around and gives it to Colin. Nice open field block. And number 6 about gets him, but number 7 ends up getting him out of bounds.
Nice quick little pass out to number 7, Braylon Clements. He's going to get about 7 yards on the gang. Nice safe play, but again, good blocking downfield, Mark.
Yeah, Jared Petit with a nice tackle. Looks like it's going to bring up about 2nd and 4. Defense did a good job of keeping him in front of him.
Number 3, J.J. Smith breaking tackles. Little dump pass there, and that way it is. Counts as a pass. again, that was all on him when he got into secondary.
Yeah, nice tackle by number 75 down the field. Bradley Atkinson, he's a senior. Big lineman going down the field with effort. I like that.
The Knights knocking on the red zone at the Gamecock 21-yard line. We just started this game, first quarter, 10:25, clock ticking. Nice, that same little play going the opposite direction to number 7, Balin Clements. So he's going to get maybe about 4 yards or so.
Yeah, look like Blake Peterson with the tackle.
All right, welcome TV audience. We're at Rippey Stadium, Philip Gilly, Mark Kinney, with a contest between New Brockton Gamecocks and the Northside Methodist Knights. The Knights have moved the ball down from their 35-yard line or so and all the way getting into the red zone. Mixing up very well. Got a flag on the play as a pass to number 1, Colin Blackwell. He's going to dance and move, and if it stands, he's going to get inside about the 2-yard line, but I'm afraid it may be a hold.
Yeah, I think we have a hold on number 7. Looks like they're going to bring that back about 10 yards. But Northside's doing a great job of moving the ball. And they're, like you said earlier, they're really attacking the sides. They're going from sideline to sideline. They're not necessarily going.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards, not a foul.
As we suspected, it is holding on the Knights. It's going to bring the ball back to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9 yards. But, yeah, as Mark was saying, they really spread it out and utilizing those all of the field here at Rippey Stadium. All right, it was quarterback Keat. He's going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. The ball is on the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 from the 21. Oh, well, right at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, nice tackle by Blake Peterson. Be their first 3rd down attempt here in the game. I would expect to see some passing, and you may already be in 4-down territory. They do have a pretty good kicker, Carter Fitz, but starting off the game and the way you're moving the ball, you get 4 or 5 here, you may end up going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, I believe they need to get a little closer for their kicker. I watched him in warm-up, and he could kick it, but not a lot. A little screen pass to number 7, Balin Clements, and he slips down too, and he's going to get to about the 15-yard line. That's going to be not going to be enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down with a decision for the Knights head coach here, Mark.
Yeah, it looks like they're not. Looks like they're going for it. So no hesitation from the coach. Looks to me like he already had his mind made up even before the 3rd down. So big defensive stand here for New Brockton, starting off the first drive at about 4th and 6.
Number 3, J.J. Smith, lone in the backfield. Number 10, Harry Hicks. J.J. goes in motion. Looking to the end zone. Nice play. As far as on the defense, the ball was underthrown just a little bit to, allow time for number 15 to close that gap, but he was open.
Yeah, nice play by Blake Peterson here. You're going to see on the instant replay, it's a fade route to the corner. A little bit underthrown. He had to come back and get it, but number 15 did a good job of keeping his hands off the receiver. Ended up getting a hand on the ball. That's a nice defensive play there for New Brockton. And they get the ball. Be 1st and 10 for them, starting out about their own 18-yard line.
So after the Knights were moving the ball, Mark, there was a good defensive stand there. Of course, they were helped with a holding penalty as well. And we've said it many, many games before, those mistakes, especially getting down in the red zone, would just hurt you. Well, we got offsides. That's exactly what it was. It was offsides on the defense, and that hard snap count got the Knights a little anxious there. So the end on the opposite side just got a little antsy and moved too quick, got in the neutral zone. So it's a nice little run up the middle. As I said before, they usually run between the tackles. He's going to pick up, probably about 3 yards. It's number 1, Gabe Harrington on the carry.
A nice tackle by Jordan Sanford. Brings up, looks like about 2nd and about 3 maybe is what you're looking at.
The ball on the 26-yard line of the Gamecocks. The Knights bring pressure. They got it picked up and a nice pass there, but it's going to be fumbled. It's going to be recovered by the Knights. Reached in there, number 7, I believe it was number 7, Braylon Clements reached in there and snatched the ball out. It was recovered by the Knights there after a nice pass.
Yeah, Stephon Gain, number 4, came up with the play here on the replay. You're going to see where the defensive back did a great job of just ripping it out. And that's J.J. Smith, the starting tailback, number 3. Nice job by him. We get one of these small schools like this tonight, you're going to see both teams play on both sides of the ball. So that's not unusual in the smaller ball, and that was a nice play by J.J.
And there's another fumble by the Knights. Look like it's going to be recovered by the Gamecocks. So Northside Methodist just gave it right back on the next play, Mark.
They sure did. It looks like number 78 recovered the ball for them. You'll see on the instant replay here. Colin Blackwell around the end and just a nice hit. And 78 did a good job of getting the ball before going out of bounds. That was well done by number 78, Curtis Wombles.
Yeah, number 20, Anthony Salar, knocks that ball out with a very nice form tackle. So the Gamecocks get the ball back at their own 46-yard line, and they are stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd down and 10.
It's a nice tackle there by 2 or 3 of the Knights. Great job. Looks like we got about 2nd and 10 still, so no gain on that play.
The ball was carried by number 1, Gabe Harrington, senior. Got a flag before the ball was snapped.
Before the snap, defense in the neutral zone, 5-yard penalty.
So again, the Knights in the neutral zone again, jumping a little bit too soon before that ball snapped. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5, which was going to be a 2nd and 10. So Northside Methodist is going to have to quit, giving them life and helping them out there.
Yeah, New Brockton's had a hard time moving the ball this year, and Northside does not need to help them.
There's a nice run by number 1, Gabe Harrington, a good hole on the left side of that O-line. It's going to get him a first down at the, right at the 40-yard line, maybe the 41-yard line of the Knights.
A nice tackle, open field tackle by number 7, Braylon Clements. The offensive line did a phenomenal job of opening that hole, and if Clements doesn't make that tackle, he's going to get 20, 30 yards easily more. So nice tackle by Braylon.
Handoff up the middle again to number 15, Blake Peterson, 11th grader. He's going to get almost 5, maybe 4 yards.
Nice tackle by Gage Graves there, number 56.
The Gamecocks relying on that big offensive line to open those holes up the middle.
Looks like we got another on the left edge there.
Before the snap, defense in the neutral zone, 5-yard penalty.
So I believe that's, what is that, the 3rd one or 4th one?
That's the 3rd.
And that's going to give them almost a first down. Going now bring up 2nd and 1, but it was 2nd and 7.
I think that's 2 times for Jonathan Steinfeld on that. Number 44 was the one that jumped off sides. Maybe we did it again. Looks like somebody's not on that line figuring out how to line up right.
Before the snap, defense in the neutral zone. Penalty is 5 yards. Results in a first down.
Yeah, that's going to give New Brockton a first down there, and they won one play and got a first down.
Tell you what, the 4th offsides already.
That was a nice, quick pass. It was dropped by number 6, Balin Foster, but he should have caught that. I mean, he was a little bit behind him, but he should have had that. There was nobody close to him from the Knights.
Yeah, the defensive back actually slipped as well for Northside. He could have easily walked in the end zone once he caught that. It was a nice throw there by number 19. He did a good job of throwing the ball, Chase Ray.
With the ball at the 27-yard line, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. 5:25 left in this first quarter. Again, another good blocking by that O-line. Number 15, Blake Peterson, going to pick up a good 6-yard gain. And they're utilizing both sides of that offensive line. They run right, then they run left, and there's holes on both sides, Mark.
Yeah, Braden Clements with another tackle. But Northside's giving them 20 yards in penalties, so see if New Brockton can take advantage of it.
3rd and 2. Blake Peterson, number 15, again, pounding up the middle, and he's going to have enough for a first down. So inside the red zone, so that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from right at the 15-yard line for the Gamecocks. Nice drive here with them. Of course, as you said, a little help from the Knights there. Didn't hurt nothing.
No, it's nothing fancy either. They're just running right up the gut and getting the yardage.
Nice throw into the end zone, and it is going to be caught by number 7, Jackson Whitworth, and it's going to give New Brockton the first touchdown of the game with 4:29 left in the first quarter, 6-0.
It looks like the wide receiver might have actually got hurt from the celebration from the players, and you hate to see that. Definitely an accident.
Yeah, that was a nice throw by the quarterback over a Knight defender, and nice soft touch in the back right corner of the end zone.
Yeah, it just looked like the defensive back, we'll see on the instant replay here, just didn't play the ball right, didn't read it right. He kind of stopped thinking he had it, and the ball went right over his head and to the back of the right corner for a touchdown.
Number 3, Jackson Lawson in for the call, Bob. Be cool, PAT.
I think it hit the upright and came out. So
Come out, so that is no good. So
we have another penalty, though.
There's a penalty.
Looks like it's
flag
on
the
New
play.
Brockton, so I imagine they'll cancel this.
Yeah, look like they're going to decline that.
An illegal shift on the kicking team. Klein is
Well, that penalty being declined, it's going to make it 6-0 Gamecocks over the Knights. Watch this replay. Nice soft pass by number 19. Just beautiful touch. Chase Ray with right over the defender.
Yeah, you see the defender, he actually just stops thinking he has it, sticks his hands up like he's got it, and just didn't read it well. And, that's a nice throw. But number 19 did a great job. And you'll see the injury right here when he jumps up, tries to catch him, and then looks like he
threw him up a little high.
big boy got him up there. Might have maybe rolled an ankle or something. Sometimes those linemen don't know their own strength.
Yes, exactly. So that was a really interesting drive by the Gamecocks. I mean, they mixed it up well, run the ball up the middle several times and got good yardage, and then mixed it up with some passes on the outside. And then with a little help from the Knights on the penalties, on the encroachment and getting in the neutral zone, was able to get them down there and for that good score. So little short kick, number 60, and the Northside Medic's going to bring it up to their own 46-yard line. Well, they'll take over and see if they can't tie this ball game up.
You're in a small school, whenever your field goal kicker also returns your punts. And Mr. Fitzcarter there, number 80, is the field goal kicker. You don't see that too often in high school football.
Yeah, as you said earlier, and we've said many times before when we're doing this announcement, that several of these small schools, some of these do triple duty. Going to be a handoff to number 3, J.J. Smith. It's going to be pushed out of bounds. A little talking and jawing on the sideline there. Don't see any flag.
It was a good sign for New Brockton. It looked like number 7, the wide receiver that caught that touchdown. He's in as a defensive back. He's back on the field. That's a good sign for Jackson.
Like it's a pickup about 3. He's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Or a long 6. The ball placed at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. Another handoff, number 3, J.J. Smith. He's got lots of room and lots of speed. He's going to get all the way down inside the 10-yard line before he is hit out of bounds. And that was a nice run right there. He didn't get touched till past the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it's a nice draw off the left edge, and he's just in a straight sprint there. You'll see number 6, Baylor Foster right here, running him out of bounds at about the 9. And that was definitely a touchdown saving play.
It's going to be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. And the previous possession, the Knights were not able to put the ball in the end zone and finish that nice drive. Hopefully they can play mistake-free here and tie this ball game up. Again, room, and they are going to score. That's number 7, Braylon Clements, going around the right side of that O-line with great blocking. Nobody really touched him until he almost got into the end zone. So, and that quickly, the Knights have tied this ball game up, more Kenny.
I think one thing you also there saw, Phillip, is they didn't throw the ball. They just started running after, they got stopped on the first series, and they turned it over on the first play in the second. This time, coach said, you know what, let's just run it and see if they can stop us. And they didn't. After 3 plays, this touchdown, and they kick a field goal here by 5th quarter for the extra point. Call Bob, extra point. This will be a 7-6 ball game.
Kick is up, and it is good. It's a 1-point ball game. You called it, Mark. So the Knights are up by 1, 4:02 left in this first quarter. So we're going to watch this replay here. He's going to go around to the right side after the inside handoff. Good blocking, right, you see right there in the interior. And that sets him for an open field to get to the end zone.
You see him pulling the guards on the left side to open up that hole for Braylon. That's well done by Northside. And it looks good here with a 7-6 lead for them kicking off.
Fitz Carter headed to the 45-yard line. Set that ball down to kick it off, and then New Brockton will have a chance to show off their offense again. Like we have number 20, Anthony Salar. He's a wide receiver as well, back to receive. Along with number 6, Baylon Foster. Camped that at the 19-yard line, 15-yard line. Low bouncy kick, and he's got room on the outside. He's going to be brought down right at midfield, but it's going to be a horse collar. It's going to be a flag on the play, and if I'm right, it's going to be a horse collar. It's going to give him another few more yards there, Mark.
Yeah, I think Caleb Watkins is the one who got him, but sometimes that's okay because if you don't tackle him, that's a touchdown. It looks like he had the edge, so you can't really fault Caleb for horse collar. Just trying to get him down and put your defense on the field, but again, that's a nice return.
Here in return, horse collar against the kicking team. That's 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
So the ball's going to be placed at the 35-yard line. So watch this instant replay here. And there is the horse collar right there. But again, I'm with you, Mark. He either, he's going to get, if not a touchdown, another 10, maybe even more than the penalty. Handoff number 1, Gabe Harrington. Then the Gamecocks continue to work the interior of that O-line with a lot of success.
Yeah, it looked like Jaden Watkins came up there and put a nice lick on the running back there to stop him for the short game. It's like 2nd and 9.
Number 19, Chase Ray, looking to the sideline, getting a play. Got 2 doubles on the near side, way out here. Going to hand it up the middle again, this time to the right side. Number 1, Gabe Harrington is going to get probably about 6 7 yards, almost to a first down. It's going to be at the 26-yard line, 3rd and 1.
There's a nice tackle by Stephon Gainey there. Big 3rd down here for New Brockton. And just seeing how they do kickoffs, I would imagine they would be going for it here on short, because you're inside the other team's 30, so it didn't do any good to.
Yeah, I definitely think they'll go 4 downs here, especially after the PAT miss. Oh, nice defense by the Knights. The ball was given number 1, Gabe Harrington, and he was met in the backfield, Mark.
Yeah, nice job there. But number 55, Jordan Sanford, read the count perfect, hit his hole right, and met him in the backfield for about a 3-yard loss. Brings up, looks like about 4th and 4 maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. He timed that right. It wasn't offsides that time. Got about 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Very entertaining game. Both teams doing a nice job of mixing up the run and the pass.
Looks like they're going to probably take a timeout,
Yeah,
but not in a hurry to make sure you get this play right.
Play clock down to 1, and they are going to take a timeout. That will be the Gamecocks, and they're going to talk this over on 4th down and make sure that they have what they think is the best play anyway to get this first down, Mark Kenny.
Yeah, it looks like, Phil, they've been running the ball right up the middle on that, or hitting the wide receiver on a slant on the outside. So far, if I'm on Northside, I would go up and pinch the wide receiver and get up and pressure him, and then crowd that middle and make them make a play on you, do something else. Because really, that's been their only 2 successes tonight, have been those 2 plays, and hopefully they can do that. Now, if you're New Brockton, you're going to probably maybe try to do something different, maybe hit an edge or maybe hit a little quick out as well, crossing route or something. Maybe, again, we've seen 4 times already, it may be one of those fake snaps and try to draw the defensive line off. So, I mean, you don't know here. You're kind of doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I think 4th and 3, and with 1:50 left to go here, it looks like it's going to be where the defensive coaches and the offensive coaches are playing the game right now, back and forth.
Yeah, they've had a couple successes on throwing it deep. Of course, they had that touchdown. So, I mean, they may, instead of just trying to get the 4, just go ahead and just send them deep. Let's see if we can't go, catch them napping a little bit or catch them creeping up on the line.
Looks like they're bringing 3 wide receivers down here to the short side of the field towards us. Maybe trying to spread them out.
Nobody in the backfield, so it's going to be a Wildcat run, and that is number 1, Gabe Harrington with the Wildcat, and he is going to get a first down, only by a yard though, Mark, down to the 24-yard line. They hit him enough time to stop him for a first down, but he just kept driving those legs.
Yeah, they took the wide receivers and took 3 of the defenders out to the about 15, 20 yards away the field, and then just ran him right up the gut. Nice call by New Brockton there for the first down.
Yeah, Coach Holmes doing a good job over there. That was, like I say, he spread them out, and hopefully you got not enough defenders to stop your run, and it wasn't. That was, again, number 1, Gabe Harrington. The Knights coming from the outside and slashing in there and getting him before he was able to even pick up a yard.
Yeah, Gage Graves, number 56 on the screen right there with a nice tackle for a loss. Brings up 2nd and 11 for New Brockton.
Yeah, he shot in from the outside and was there in a hurry.
Did a good job.
Going to be 2nd and 10. Again, the ball at the 25-yard line of the Knights. Little rollout, little dump pass to number 38. He's got lots of green. He's going to go all the way in for a touchdown. So New Brockton with a nice little misdirection screen almost there, Mark.
Yeah, it looked like to me there was kind of like a delayed tight end screen. He went to engage on the block, and then there's a rollout by the quarterback. Number 19 did a great job of kind of faking it, Chase Ray, and 36 got out. I imagine you'd see them go for 2 here since they missed the extra point to go up by 7. And it was like, that does look like what they're about to do. But you're going to see on that instant replay in a minute, it looks like the tight end was engaging on the block, and then he released, and they sold the play action well.
So with 41 seconds left in this first quarter, New Brockton is going to go for 2. Score right now is 12-7. The Gamecocks up. Going to be a rollout by the quarterback. He's going to throw it into traffic. Nice defense. Threw it into double coverage, and that had no chance, Mark Kenny.
Yeah, nice play by there. Number 7, Jackson. I'm sorry, for Braylon Clements, you'll see on the instant replay here. Looks like the touchdown. It's kind of a rollout, and then it kind of swings out there. Number 38. All the way to the end, Jared Pettit. That's a great job by them. Slipped that out and caught Northside completely off guard. Nice play call.
So no PAT for New Brockton. That may come into play with this game being close like this.
That's right. But they're definitely back and forth tonight and making the plays. And neither special teams have been that great. We've got a missed extra point and a made in the kickoffs on both of them. I think teams are anywhere from the 40 to 50-yard line starting off field possession. So could be a situation where a defense may come up and make a big stop later on in the game that's going to end up winning this ball game for their team.
Absolutely. A turnover, a stop, or something. We've already had 2 turnovers back-to-back. So when New Brockton having a fumble and getting it up on the next series, the next play or second play, they fumbled and gave it back to the Knights. Going to be like an onside kick, and it does hit a Knight player. I don't know if it went the 10s. Looks like New Brockton's going to recover at their own 38-yard line, 39-yard line. That was a nice, that ball had some zip on it.
You can tell I don't know what I'm talking about because then the special teams makes the nice play. 57, Arnell Montalegre, the kicker, number 57. That's one of the best onside kicks we've seen all season. Right off of the Northside player, number 22, ended up recovering it. Dawson Peacock, a 9th grader for New Brockton. They've got the ball at their own 39 on the instant replay here. Nice kick. It pops right up and hits him in the face mask. That's well done. Number 57 really enjoys this AstroTurf, I imagine.
Yeah, that thing right there before he got to it, he's fixing to reach out and grab it, and it jumped up and hit him right in the face mask. New Brockton continued to pound in that middle, pushing the pile, getting the 5 yards to the 45-yard line.
Northside saying there's a fumble. I don't know.
No signal. Look like it's going to continue to be New Brockton's ball.
We want to make it clear.
What comes first here?
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes.
We're delivering safer care
And more satisfied patients.
As a result, our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog.
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh-cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly, and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway, and remember, get baked, not fried.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Carrie McBride with Country Financial.
Welcome back. We're starting the second quarter. This is the first play of the second quarter. New Brockton trying to go deep, catch them napping there, and it was just a little bit overthrown, but it was well covered. So, again, if you're just with us, it's New Brockton against Northside Methodist. The score is 12-7. The Gamecocks, New Brockton winning right now, so but both teams have been able to move the ball. So it's going to be a offensive struggle, looks like, or defensive struggle.
Yeah, it looks like number 6 might have injured his wrist there when it was coming off. It looked like it might have been dislocated as he was coming off the field. That could be a big blow to New Brockton.
There's that same little dump pass that they had that they scored on. It was to number 38. That's Jared Pettit. And that was the exact same play, Mark.
Yeah, that linebacker's got to read him out of the backfield, catching that. The whistle's blowing the clock for some reason.
Officials timeout.
Got a timeout about something. Not sure exactly what that's about.
I don't know, it stops the clock at 11:45 here and just beginning the second quarter, and the ball is dead on midfield. That did give, with that little dump pass and the run, the Brockton Gamecocks a first down at midfield.
It looks like they're looking over to the New Brockton sideline, so I'm not sure if something happened over there. Yeah, they're bringing the stretcher over again. I think that number 6 on the previous play on the deep pass, when he came off, his arm was hanging kind of funny, and I don't know if he could have dislocated, and once he got over there, might have gone into shock or something.
Yeah, he did fall awkward on it. Now, it was thrown into double coverage, and no foul play or nothing, no hit. They just sometimes, when you're going up trying to make those plays, you try to catch yourself. So it looked like it was a timeout for that injured player. Everybody coming back on the field now. Look like the injured player is going to walk off the field. They didn't put him on the stretcher, but they're going to go to take him to the ambulance and check him out. While they're doing that, it's a nice run by number 15, Blake Peterson. The left side's going to pick up 5 yards to about the 45-yard line.
Peterson at left guard.
You'll see his right arm there wrapped up. It looks like they got a board on it, so might have ended up breaking that forearm the way it looks. It's a good sign, though, he's walking off, though. That's for sure.
Yep. But he was in several plays, though. That was number 6, Balin Foster. So, again, when you're a smaller school like this and you don't have that many players, you lose one, it can really make a difference.
Yeah, your depth, especially if it's been the last game of the year, you've got so many injuries during the year. Here at the end, that's huge.
The ball is out. It's going to be recovered by the Knights. Another fumble. And number 15 was hit hard, Blake Peterson. After he's going to gain about 3 yards, but someone come in there and put a helmet on it. See exactly who it was, Mark.
I think it was Jonathan Stanfield, number 44. You're going to see him come off the end, kind of reach out and punch it right there. He punched the ball loose, and it came out. Jaden Watkins on the recovery.
First and 10, Northside.
It's a big play for Northside.
That was a big play because Brockton was moving the ball again, fixing to get another first down. So with that, they starting at their own 40-yard line, first and 10 with 10:47 left before the half. A misdirection. We're going to get a flag on this. That's going to be holding for sure by number 2, Ethan Tyler. He had an armful of everything, didn't he?
He sure did. He knew what was coming.
He knew what was coming.
Just got to be a little bit later than that. He was a little early on grabbing him. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Defensive pass interference. 15 yards.
Well, with that 15 yards, that's going to give the Knights a first down all the way into territory. Let's watch this replay. You see right there, he has got him wrapped up around the side and went over the top of him. So all the way down into New Brockton territory at the 47-yard line.
So we have holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty.
Okay.
First down.
Learn something new tonight.
There you go.
If it happens behind the line of scrimmage, it's not pass interference. It's holding.
I did not know that either. So they ain't going to put it into their territory. It's going to bring it to the 48-yard line. There's that little shovel kind of pass to number 3, and he is hit hard, but nice pickup there by number 3, J.J. Smith.
Yeah, Anthony Seiler there with the tackle. Number 9. And that's a real safe play because if he drops that ball, it's incomplete pass.
It's an incomplete pass.
It's not a handoff. So
it's going to bring up second and a long 3 for the Knights. Be nice if they could put some points on the board after that turnover. Nice blocking, little misdirection play, fake handoff one way and go to the next. That was number 7, Braylon Clemens, going to get on down to about the 25-yard line.
Look, number 38, end up Jared Pettit here on this replay. You'll see number 7, Braylon Clemens, like a fake, and then the Braylon, he gets out. Number 1 actually kind of holds him up there. At the very end, number 38 ends up making the tackle, it looks like. It's first down Northside.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line. Knights going to go deep. Got a man wide open, and it is going to be a touchdown. Beautiful play. Little cut inside, and he got in between the defenders there, Mark, and nobody, well, they touched him, but he was already in the end zone by then.
Yeah, that's Jaden Watkins. That's number 6, the one who recovered the fumble of Brockton. Turned around and made it happen. With a 13-12 lead, I would imagine they'd be kicking the extra point here.
They are set up just go for 1 with a call by Be Cool PAT, scoring at 9:24 left before the half. Snap is up, kick is up. Kick is good. So the Knights take the lead 14-12. And again, like we said, them 2 points may come into play with this tit-for-tat team game. That was nice. He just got in between the field. Look, they was playing zone coverage, Mark. He just kind of snuck in between them.
Sure did. Nice throw by Harry Hicks there. You can see the lights here at Ripview Stadium, which I know New Brockton probably hasn't seen that, but Northside has all year. That's a nice little touch to the new stadium we have here in Dothan at Riphew's. Looks like both of these teams are very evenly matched. They can run the ball well. They can throw the ball well. Looks like the only thing that stops them is really themselves.
Yeah, mistakes has been, bad penalties on the Knight side, and, well, both of them had turned fumbles, and New Brockton's had 2. So with this game being this close, if it continues to be this game, it's the one that looks like the least amount of mistakes.
I would expect a pooch punt here.
It's taken by number 7. That's Jackson Whitworth, and he's got room on the left side. He's got good blocking downfield. He's going to get all the way past midfield to about the 48-yard line, and a nice return. Like he caught that ball about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and if you're north side, the one person you don't want to make the tackle is your field goal kicker and your kicker. So nice play there from him from preventing it, because it normally means he's got through the other 10 players.
Yeah, it's about a 27-yard return there. It's going to put the Gamecocks into the Knight territory. First and 10, 47-yard line. Another handoff over the middle to number 1, Gabe Harrington. He's going to get maybe 6 inches if he got that.
Yeah, nice tackle by Gage Graves, senior, here on senior night. Making a nice play. Looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 9 for New Brockton.
fake. So number 1, Gabe Harrington, and a little shovel pass to number 38, Jared Pettit. He's going to pick up maybe another yard. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
That's that same play. They've got some good yardage on. That was a good job by Northside of reading that play and making that stop, which brings up a long 3rd and 8, looks like, for New Brockton.
Yeah, 8 left before the half, so plenty of time if they can get this ball back. Got trips on the far side. He's going to roll that way. Good pressure by the Knights. Going to bring up an incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 4th down and 8.
Yeah, that was Jesse Dyson on the pressure there, number 46. Looks like we may have a punt here, maybe for the first one tonight. Not sure.
Yeah, the Knights did a good job on coverage. He really didn't have anywhere to go with the ball anyway. Looked like he was going to try to take off and run before he was chased down.
Well, the punter's not back there. They're missing him. They'll probably have to take a timeout here.
Play clock down to 4, 3.
You know, if I'm New Brockton, I may let the play run out and save that timeout.
Yeah, you get a 5-yard. I mean, yep. So with that timeout's going to be 7:34 left until the half. With the 4th down play, looks like New Brockton's going to punt it away and give the Knights a chance to score again. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Come back with us.
I'd like to mention a few more of our sponsors.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Harry McBride with Country Financial.
Thank you for coming back just in time. We just coming out of a timeout by New Brockton where they've got 4th and 8. So at the 48-yard line, so look like they do have the punter in there now. They have trying to figure out what they're going to do. I think one of them thought they were still going to go for it, but looks like they are going to punt the ball away again with 7:40 left, and we got a flag on the play. Another one.
Most likely that's too many men for Northside. But if it is, that may change the punt scheme.
There's 12 over there.
Illegal substitution on the defense.
Yeah.
Penalty is 5 yards.
Again, Northside just killed themselves.
4th down.
You know, we just got out of our mouth is the one that makes the least mistakes, and there was a mistake. That's 4th down. So that's going to put the ball now on the 41-yard line with only 4 yards to go rather than 8 yards to go. So that changes things dramatically.
Sure did. You saw as soon as they threw the flag, that coach in New Brockton, he was waving already. He knew it. So
the Gamecocks setting up with trips on the far side, single setback. I believe that's number 1, Gabe Harrington in the backfield. And there's that little inside slant. We were talking about doing something different, been throwing outside. They took 2 receivers, sent them deep, which opened up the little slant there and was able to get the 1st down. And that mistake from Northside was pretty costly there, Mark.
Yeah, that's the stuff that keeps coaches up late at night. That's that 5-yard penalty just cost them possession of the ball to go up. Now you're giving them the chance to inside close to your 35-yard line, 1st and 10 with a chance to go up. That's not what you want.
Running back up the middle with Gabe Harrington, number 1. He's going to get about 3 yards or so.
55's helmet came off. He'll have to come off the field, but tackled by 3 or 4 of their Knight players. Looks like now we got about 2nd and 8 here is what we're looking at for New Brockton.
Flag on the play.
For the play, false start on the offense.
It's actually on
5-yard penalty.
New Brockton.
Second
That'll
out.
push it back to about 2nd and 13 now. And neither one of these offenses is really geared up for long distance plays. They have to kind of grind it out and make their plays, even though we've had some long plays all season. They've had problems continuing drives because of mistakes. And like you said earlier, that's about the only thing that stopped them is themselves.
Mm-hmm. Number 1, Gabe Harrington, again pushed up the middle, but you know, the Knights have really kind of zoned in on that little inside play, so I know they're just trying to keep the defense honest, but, you know, they really packing that middle.
Yeah, you're looking at here about, looks like about 3rd and 11 coming up for New Brockton, probably in the 4-down territory.
There's a little rollout by number 19, Chase Ray, trying to throw back across his body, which is hard to do. The receiver tried to come back up and make a play on it, but it was too low.
No hesitation from New Brockton. They're going for it.
Still 4th and 11, 5:48 left on the clock before halftime.
One thing I have noticed from this quarterback from New Brockton, as soon as he gets the ball, he looks at one receiver and one receiver only. He doesn't really look off anybody. He looked, and if he doesn't see it, he starts running. So
good protection by the Gamecocks, but that's going to be a little short there. So that's going to be caught at the 28-yard line, but it's going to be short of first down. So the Knights going to take over.
Yeah, that's Mr. Jackson Whitworth with the catch there. He had to go down a little low to catch it, to make the catch, but it ended up being on the ground. That's the one who scored the touchdown earlier. You can see him limping right there a little bit on TV. Number 7, that might have had something to do with him not being able to stand up as well. But nice stop for Northside.
Big hit right there, but that was a nice little down and out route by Braylon Clements. Number 7 is going to pick up about 4 yards.
7-7 made contact. Mr. Jackson just had that catch. He hit Braylon Clements pretty good. Nice clean hit up high. Knocked him backwards. Looks like it's going to be about a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
Got an empty backfield. It's going to be rifled, but it's going to be a little bit wide. He had a step on him, Mark, but that ball was just thrown way too hard and way too far outside.
Harry Hicks, the quarterback here, he didn't play last year. He kind of sat out a year, kind of focused on baseball, as most kids do. He realized he missed it, and he came back this year. And Northside is glad that he did. He's got a good arm on him, but he's still low raw sometimes, and plays like that where you need a little more touch, you can see it. But he's made some nice throws tonight.
Yeah, the Knights, again, with the empty backfield. Good pass protection. Mr. Hicks going to roll out, try to find somebody open. There's double coverage. There was coverage very well by New Brockton on every receiver out there this time.
Yeah, he had number 7, Braylon, on the flat over here, wide open. Probably could have got a first down, but looked like Hicks was trying to go some little more. He motioned for the number 18 there, Caleb Watkins, to go deep. Overthrew him, so going to give the ball right back with a punt, looks like, to New Brockton.
The ball's going to go out of bounds at somewhere around about the 40-yard line, 39-yard line in Gamecock territory, and that's where they're going to take over with 4:36 left before the half. Gamecocks are losing 12-14. The Knights have, and it's been PATs that's made the difference.
That's exactly right. After they hit it off the upright on the first one, second time they tried to go for 2 and didn't get it, and that kind of put them back a little bit.
Both defensives seemed to step up right here, though, because both of them made stops. They were, not being able to either team to stop the other one until this starting in the second quarter, and then both of them has had stops.
Yeah, and that view you're looking right behind there, people at home, that's going to be the concession stand next year. It'll be finished and completed.
Handoff's number 15, Blake Peterson, but he is met in the backfield and going to lose probably a yard, but there's a flag on the play.
On the offense, penalty is 5 yards from the previous spot. Repeat, first down.
I would think you may want to decline this for a tackle or loss about 2 or 3 yards. If I'm Northside with 4:30 left.
Yeah, that'd give them second down instead of first down again and save you a little time. With your defense playing very good, that probably would have been a good idea. There you go.
I mean, you're second and 12 or it looks like about second and 11 compared to first and 15. Those 4 yards, I think that was a nice call by Northside.
Got to roll out that same little play they scored on. It's that little dump pass to number 38, Jared Pettit, but it was very well covered by the Knights.
Yeah, J.J. Smith, number 3 on your screen there, starting tailback, came up and put a nice hit on him. And still at 3rd and 11 again for New Brockton with just under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Play clock at 14.
Looks like they'll probably have to take another timeout.
Yeah, the Knights got all theirs, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, the play clock down to 1. So New Brockton's going to take a timeout with 3:34 left and 3rd down and, well, let's say 9.5 to go for a first down. So they're going to try it again to come up. As we thought, that was their last timeout. So, again, you can't take them with them. But if the Knights can get the ball back, it'd be good for them because they got their 3 timeouts. I mean, they need one, then they can use it because if they stop them here and get a punt, they still going to have over 3 minutes left.
Yeah, and also looks like they're starting wide receiver number 7. He's limping pretty bad, so that's a threat. They've already lost their other wide receiver, number 6, which looks like it could be a broken forearm. They're looking for stuff to run, I imagine, if you're Brockton over there and what to do. That play where they kind of sneak out the fullback in the backfield where they scored a touchdown and got some long plays last 2 times. Northside has done a good job of defending that. So,
yeah, the coach has done a great job of talking to the defense on the sideline, and I'm sure they help them understand what to look for on that play. Good protection, looking downfield. Got a man open at the 49-yard line. He's going to cut in. He's going to go to the 30, 25, all the way down to the 21-yard line before he's tackled for it's going to be a first down, of course, almost to the end zone, Mark. That was a nice throw and a nice cut.
Yeah, nice stop by Jaden Watkins. He's had a history of shoulder issue earlier this year. You'll see a nice little curl route coming. Nice catch in open field. Jaden comes up behind him and pulls him down and tries to, hopefully it's just a stinger, but you see him grabbing that right shoulder. And he's had a history of dislocated earlier this year, and then I think he had to go to the hospital and get it put back in place. So,
well, that was a big play for the Gamecocks because it was 3rd and 9.5, fixed to have to punt the ball, and number 19, quarterback Chase Ray did a good read and a nice pass to get him in almost to red zone. That was number 15, Blake Peterson with the run, and he gets thrown down, and that is going to put him inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 8.
Jonathan Steinfeld, 44 on your screen, did a great job of coming off the edge. If you're an Alabama fan, he looked like Will Anderson on that play. Just caught him from behind. Nice speed, nice coverage skills by him.
It's number 15, Blake Peterson, just keep churning. They're trying to strip the ball, tackle. They need to tackle him first, or at least let somebody get a hold of him. So they're in there trying to arm tackles and strip the ball, and that was able to get him down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Blake Peterson's big physical running back, and like you said, you can't arm tackle him. You need to wrap him up.
Gamecocks on the move with 2:16 and ticking. First and goal to go at the 10-yard line. Well, that was, I don't know what that was. It was supposed to be a little swing out pass, but the Knights tight end was able to come in there and get all in the way of that, so he tried to kind of sidearm it, and it just didn't work out.
Well, that was actually the same play they ran for the touchdown. They just flipped it on the other side of the field. There was no wide receiver on that side of the field, and they tried to slip out that number 38, Jared Petit, and got him out, but threw a little bit behind him, but looks like we got here second and goal from about the 10.
Another run by the big number 15, Blake Peterson. Going to get maybe 3 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 7 from about the 7.
I'm thinking if you're Northside, you're taking some timeouts here, though. You got all 3 of them left in minute 40, and your offense has scored fast.
Yeah, if nothing else, just get on the sideline, talk about it, and try to get the New Brockton Gamecocks out of the rhythm. I think there was a little bit of miscommunication from the wide receiver and the quarterback. Wide receiver cut inside, quarterback threw outside like he wanted a fade route, and it's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down and 7 with 1:28 left. It's going to be a big stop right here for the Knights if they can keep the Gamecocks out of the end zone, Mark.
Yeah, that's right. That was number 20 there on the receiving end, Anthony Seiler. He's probably he's a 9th grader, so he's probably a little unfamiliar with some of the plays they're running, and they've already lost 2 or 3 of their wide receivers.
Big play here, 4th down. Goal, 7 yards. It's going to be another miscommunication. Wide receiver did a straight inside move, and Clay threw it on outside. So that's 2 plays that was miscommunication there.
Yeah, they're just not on the same page.
Nice
stop there by Northside. You're seeing the coach probably talking to them both right now, asking each one, what did you see? And a lot of that is positioning of the defensive player. If he's lining up on the inside, you take the outside. If he lines up on the outside, you take the inside. And both of them weren't on the same page there, which caused that.
Yep, and that was Anthony Seiler, which was, I think, was the same play on both sides, Mark. Northside, after taking over on downs, got a run by number 3, J.J. Smith, going to get down almost to a 1st down, about the 17-yard line. And he is hurt as well.
Looked like he got hurt right at the very end of the play.
Yeah, like his right arm or shoulder may be dislocated.
Again, JJ and Jaden that they had earlier both had shoulder injuries on the same game.
Goodness.
So looks like, he's got a brace on that right shoulder, and it could be he could have aggravated and got a stinger because he's holding that right arm.
Yeah, it's dangling a little bit. He's holding on to it, so it's definitely his right shoulder or arm. It was a nice run. I mean, he almost got a 1st down. That was a 9-yard run. This moves up 2nd and less than a yard with 1 minute and 4 seconds and the clock ticking. But the Knights have all their timeouts. That's a handoff number 7. Braylon Clements going to work his way down to about the 21-yard line.
It looks like number 78 came in. Curtis Wombles, senior for New Brockton, with a nice tackle. With 2 of your playmakers for Northside out, probably just going to run the ball here and try to run out the clock, I think. They don't want to turn it over by no means this close on your side.
Absolutely. That's the 1st down and 10 at the 22-yard line. They're on 22. It was going to be that double reverse, that double handoff again, but it was kind of mishandled by number 7 there, Braylon Clement. So kind of blew up in the backfield because it just took way too long.
Yeah, number 56, Aaron Watson, Jr. I have a feeling that'll be the last play. I'll be surprised if they run another play.
Yeah, I think the Knights are going to be very content going to the locker room with a 2-point lead, and especially after that stop down at the 10-yard line.
Probably want to go in at halftime and see if they can get a couple of their playmakers with some hurt shoulders and get them looked at by the doctors and hopefully get them cleared to come back in the second half, because that's a big, big blow for Northside for those two kids to be out. Harrison likes to throw the ball to those two guys, and JJ is a big guy in the backfield. But again, likewise, New Brockton's got 2 or 3 guys in the wide receiver. Number 7, number 6, it looked like.
Welcome back. We just got through with halftime, and it's been an entertaining game. There's a 2-point lead by the Knights, and we could not bring this game to you without our sponsors. So we want to take a quick minute to thank those. Call Bob Woodall Air Care, Harley Davidson of Dothan, Southeast Health, Clear to Close, Zach's Restaurant, Slocum, Hots Deli, Bama RV, Tri-State Parking Lot Maintenance, and Tyree Entertainment, and of course WTVY News 4. So thank y'all very much for this year. This is the last game this year, Mark, and it's turned out to be a fantastic one. A couple, it's been a little sloppy. I mean, we had 3 turnovers. We had some penalties at very inopportune time that really made a difference, kept a drive going for New Brockton and also for the Knights. So, but still, though, it's been a great game. A lot of mixing up, a lot of passing, a lot of running. And, if it wasn't for the missed PAT, we'd have a tie game right now.
That's exactly right. I mean, Northside on the first drive went down in turnover downs. They ended up turning it over on downs inside the red zone. And then at the very end of the first half, New Brockton did the same thing. They've got all the way down and had a turnover and downs. So they're back and forth. New Brockton's got 120 yards passing and 39 rushing, doing a great job on that. Penalties, they've only got 2 this game, which, that's pretty good for what we've seen in the last couple of games we've done. We've seen in excess of 150, 160 yards per team. Northside, on the other hand, has got 44 yards passing with 91 rushing with 2 touchdowns. And they've got 7 penalties, but 4 or 5 of those are just simple little being off sides before the snap. So hopefully they get that taken care of, as looks like New Brockton will be receiving the ball here in the second half.
Nice kick there by the Knights, going to go all the way down to the end zone. So the Gamecocks will not have a chance to return this. It's going to come back out to the 20-yard line, where they'll start 1st and 10 at the 20 this third quarter. So I'm hoping the second half is going to be just entertaining. And, again, it's going to come down to, I think, one of them is going to be mistakes. Who makes the least amount of them?
Yeah, I agree. And if you're on the north side, you've got 2 key players, number 3 and number 6. I'm looking out on the field. I don't see them out there right now, so that's not a good sign for them. That's both kind of went off with some shoulder injuries. Hopefully they can come back, because they are very important on both sides of the ball for Northside.
Well, Brockton's going with a different quarterback right now. It's going to be a Wildcat. Yep, it's going to fake, and he's going to run. That's number 1, Gabe Harrington. So they start off a little different twist there, Mark. Going to get up to about the 21-yard line. So it's going to get about 5 yards or so.
Yeah, nice play there by Colin Blackwell on the stop. And the guy who scored their touchdown, number 7, he's not in the game. He was limping pretty bad. So we got both teams have injuries. That looks like the second, third string is going to need to come up and make some plays.
Chase right to the handoff to number 1, Gabe Harrington. He's going to. He thought he wanted to go outside with it, but he don't have the speed. And Northside did a great job of cutting him off too.
Yeah, Braden Clements there came down from the safety spot, made a nice tackle, brings up 3rd and 5 here for New Brockton.
If the Knights can get a stop here, they're going to get great field position. Start their first possession. New Brockton going deep. They got a man open. just overthrown him. That was intended for number 7, Jackson Whitworth, and he had about 3 steps on the Knight defender, and that would have been a TD all day.
It looks like he needed a little bit more air on it. Threw it more on the line. Didn't give him a chance to run up underneath it, but nice, good arm strength by the quarterback. And looks like we may have our first punch. You'll see the instant replay here. He's watching him the whole way, never takes his eyes off of him. Just out of reach by maybe 2 or 3 yards. It was a nice try there by New Brockton.
It was a low snap. He fumbled a little bit. He's going to fall on it. That was number 19. That's the quarterback and the kicker. Number 19, Chase Ray, was a low snap. Could not handle it, so the Northside has got a fantastic chance. Yeah, you see on your replay, it's just a low snap on there, and it went right between his legs. So the Knights will be on the 5-yard line already with 1st and goal to go.
I think if you're the Knights coach, I don't think you could ask for a better start of the second half. 3 and out, turnover, you got the ball inside the 10.
We got a flags on the play before the start of the play. We'll find out what's going on.
Snap. False start on the offense.
And there goes that silly mistakes again. So it's false start. It's going to bring them back 5. So instead of being 1st to goal from the 5, it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10. Again, got to just be a little bit more aware and stay focused.
It looked like the tailback hadn't got set yet. And that's kind of part of the blame on the quarterback. He has to get all his players in position first before he hikes it.
Got some pressure. He's got some room to run. Everybody was covered. He was hit at about the 8-yard line. He's going to fall inside the 5, maybe right at the 5-yard line. So we'll be back to the original line of scrimmage after the bad snap on the punt. So it'll be 2nd and 5. 2nd goal from the 5.
Cannon Richmond there, number 18 for New Brockton with a nice tackle.
Yeah, Harry Hicks, when he got the ball, he's first looking to throw to the right, and everybody was covered, so he just took off and got a 5-yard gain. Quickly out, number 7. He's got lots of room, and he's going to score. That was number 7, Braylon Clements. Nice little just quick pass, good blocking in front of him, so he followed his blocker and got the score. So after the mistake on the turnover, that's going to put the Knights up 20-12 right now before the PAT, Mark.
Yeah, you're going to see on the instant replay after the call Bob extra point here, the wide receiver did a direct slant to the middle of the field going right towards the goalpost. Running back sneaked out in that empty space, and there was nobody there to stop him. It was a nice play call by Northside.
Fitz Carter with the kick, and it is blocked. So in high school, you cannot run the back. So there's going to be a dead ball there, but that's, it's going to help a little bit if the Gamecocks can score again. But with 9:45 left in the 3rd quarter, Knights 20, Gamecocks 12.
You see number 58 there for Northside. He got out there, David Peters. He's also the starting goalie on their soccer team. So he got out in space, but you saw the wide receiver cutting across the field there that took the defensive back with him. That was a nice play call. And they took advantage of the turnover for New Brockton here to start the second half.
Yeah, that's the 3rd turnover by New Brockton, and it's hard to win a game, especially when you got 2 teams that are matched this evenly with turning the ball over 3 times.
That's exactly right. So far, New Brockton has had good returns on both of the kickoffs they've returned. So I would expect a pooch punt maybe to about the 30-yard line.
It's a low line driver. It's going to be taken by number 7, Jackson Whitworth, and he's going to go slide down at the 20-yard line. So that's where the Gamecocks will take over. 1st and 10 from the 20, their own 20. So they've been stopped a couple times here by the Knights now. So, they're going to have to make a little bit of changes and do something a little bit different. Apparently, they kind of had it dialed in on the defense before the half, and I'm sure when they got in the locker room, coaches had, explained to them more some of the plays and where to be and what to look for. So That was a good stop on that first possession by them, so we'll see if they can stop them again.
You know, and you're starting here in the second half, the last game of the season. You're playing for pride if you're a senior. If you're a junior or a sophomore, you're trying to build for next year. Nice containment on the defense there. Did not let him get outside. Looks like they may have lost 2 yards to bring up maybe 2nd and 12. Nice tackle by number 4.
Yeah, they had the
Up,
wide receiver, number 20, Anthony Salar, just coming around. He faked to the fullback or in the backfield and gave it to him, kind of like almost like a end around. But the Knights did a fine job of just staying at home.
They did. He cut outside and they contained him and kept him in. That's a nice.
Man, that's number 15, Blake Peters. He is hard to bring down. They need to hit him a little bit lower. Once they stand him up, he's able to get 3 or 4 more yards.
I think the best thing about that play for Northside is his helmet came off. He's got to sit out of play. Because I imagine if you're New Brockton, I'd be handing the ball right back to him again.
So that's third and 4. So that was about a 8-yard gain, 7-yard gain. And from where he was initially hit, it shouldn't have been but like a 3-yard gain.
Looks like no gain there. Looks like Mr. Sanford, number 55, with the stop, brings up 4th and about maybe 2 or 3. Big play call here with 8:20 to go in the third quarter, and you're on 30. Do you go for it or do you punt it? Looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, number 1, Gabe Harrington trying the right side of that Knight defense, and no go there. Great job of fighting off blocks and meeting him at the line of scrimmage. Feel like they're going to bring pressure.
Looks like maybe trying to fake to bring him off. If not, I expect to see number 15 get the ball. Looks like they're trying to draw him. Nope. Looks like they stopped him.
That was number 15, Blake Peters. But they brought everybody up right there, you know, on the line of scrimmage and to stop that run, and they did. They met him head on, and he was able to get no yardage. So the Knights will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Another great field position.
Yeah, it was tackled by a host of Knights, but number 60, Tanner Strickland. They call him Teddy G at the school with a nice tackle on number 15.
So Northside Methodist defense stepping up big time, making several big stops, but also they were helped out by New Brockton with that bad snap.
False start on the offense.
Looks like the wide receiver, number 5, are here at the bottom of the screen. That's the backup quarterback. That's Mike Mordecai, the Atlanta Braves player. That's his son, Jackson, or John Michael. I'm sorry, not Jackson. It's his older son. John Michael is the backup.
Nice blocking on the outside there. Give some room for number 7. Braylon Clemens going to get a first down all the way down inside the 15-yard line, about the 14-yard line. But great blocking you'll see to open up a hole for him. And nobody touched him for first 10 yards.
No, you'll see number Braylon right here getting the open field. John Michael's getting in his way right there on number 7. Got about 7 or 8 more yards for Braylon. Looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 15-yard line. This second half, I would see number 7 will most likely get a lot of touches if you're Northside.
There he is, almost broke a tackle for a touchdown, but was able to pick up about 5 or 6 yards. Get number 7, as you said, Braylon Clements, all the way down to look like about the 11-yard line. No, I'm sorry, 6-yard line.
Yeah, Blake Peterson with the tackle. The Northside offensive line is getting a lot of good push on this drive.
Couple missed tackles from number 7, Braylon Clements. He's able to get down to about the 2-yard line right there, but they should have had him back at about the 6 at line of scrimmage, Mark.
Yeah, I think we've got holding here on Northside, which is going to be a big penalty. Instead of 3rd and 2, it's like it's going to be 2nd and 12. Well, the way Northside's clapping, it may actually be on New Brockton.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding against the offense. Personal foul against the defense. Both are live ball fouls and offset. Replay second down.
Okay, so we got offsetting penalties there, so that negates anybody getting a penalty. So those, because it's live ball, as he said, so
I think that's a win for Northside. Still 2nd and 3 compared to 2nd and 12.
Yeah, the Knights able to get a first down at about the 4-yard line. Another good run by number 7. He tried to reach out over the goal line, and the ball come out, but I don't know exactly what they're going to call.
I think they're calling the play down. He's down inside the 1, it looks like.
Yeah, I think his knees was down before he tried to reach out. Another good run by number 7, Braylon Clemens. He has been the workhorse.
Yeah. That'll bring up 1st and goal from the 1.
And why not give it to him again, let him go ahead and score. He done worked so hard to get it that close, let him score, and they did. So the Knights, after another great stop.
Yeah, you're going to see Braylon Clements, I think, with the 2 injuries to number 3 and number 6. They're going to really, rely on him here in the second half. And he's doing a great job of running, and the offensive line's doing a phenomenal job of opening holes there.
Yeah, the blocking downfield and on the outside has been fantastic, just setting those blocks so they got room to run. The call by Bico PAT is up, and it is good. So that will put the Knights in the lead 26-12 against the New Brockton Gamecocks with 6:16 left in the 3rd quarter. So New Brockton better not let this game get away from them too much more now.
No, Phillip, I think you're right. The first time they had a turnover. The second time they went forward inside their own 30. Northside's been fortunate to have a very short field, and they've executed and took advantage of it. But you're right. This drive, New Brockton has got to put points on the board. If they don't, neither one of these teams are built for fast-paced offenses to score a lot of points. So a big lead can put you back real quick.
Yeah, and the offense needs to be out there for a little while. That defense, as you said, the Knights' offensive line have really pushed them, because they've been on the field so long.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, and we said it time and time again, but these players are playing both ways. I mean, that takes a toll on them.
Sure does, and especially by the 3rd or 4th quarter, you really do see the wear and tear.
Fitz Carter with another big kick. It was a line drive. It was taken by number 7, Jackson Whitworth. Tried to go all the way across the field and find some room to the outside, but there was no go there. But he is going to make it back to about the 32-yard line, where New Brockton will begin that offense and see if they can't generate some points here to get a little bit closer to the Knights' big lead.
Yeah, nice tackle by number 20, Kingston Whaley. The special teams in the second half, that's the best field position New Brockton's got so far here in the second half. So special teams for Northside has definitely improved here in the 3rd quarter.
Oh, and another turnover by New Brockton. It's going to be intercepted by the Knights, and he's going to bring it back down to about the 17-yard line. And they threw into triple coverage, and it was a lower throw, and it was well covered.
Nice hands by number 46, Jesse Dyson. He actually really came back on a zone play. Looks like we may have a flag or something here. You'll see Jesse Dyson here. They're in the zone. He just falls back into coverage, and he doesn't see him fall back in nice hand.
Of a sideline warning against the green team. First down.
Sounds like Northside got a little excited after the interception.
That's understandable, because that is what number turnover is that? 5?
Yeah, It's 5. And Jesse Dyson, right, number 46, has made a great play of catching the ball and returning it down inside the 20. So this will be their second drive in the half that's inside the opponent's 20-yard line.
Pressure on the quarterback. He's going to lay it up there for a pass, but it is broken up. Looks like it's going to be a flag on the play.
I think we've got.
Man, got there a little early.
I think he did. But again, this will be the play that was in the backfield, so it should be holding most likely instead of pass interference.
That was number 20, Anthony Seiler, on the defensive play that may have got there a little early. Good job by Harry Hicks of recognizing all that pressure and getting that ball away.
There's no foul on the play.
All right, looked like it was close. It was a bang-bang play.
I'm not sure how the official that was 10 feet from the call threw the flag got overturned by an official that was 40 yards on the other side of the field. That's a little questionable there.
With that incomplete pass, it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line. Nice move right there. There's number 7, Braylon Clements. That play has worked over and over and over again, and the reason it's worked is because of the blocking.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You'll see on the replay here after the ball, cool ball PAT. I think it was number 15 had him in his sights and just missed the tackle at about the 10-yard line. And after that, Braylon just pretty much walked into the end zone. But that was a nice run by Braylon, and like you said, a great job of that line. But again, New Brockton is just giving them the ball. Great field position.
Extra point is up, and it is good. So that's going to increase the lead by the Knights to 34-12. The Gamecocks with 5:43 left in the third quarter, and it is going to be a big uphill struggle for New Brockton.
You'll see here.
See the blocking down there. There's
about
block.
Right there, number 20 had a chance at him and just missed him. And a nice cutback by Braylon. And, it was a 2-point ball game at halftime.
It was, I know, just a few minutes ago.
8 minutes in, and it's a 22-point ball game. So.
Yeah, New Brockton's going to have to find a way to move the ball. They're going to have to find a way to get it down in there and put it in the end zone again, and not give the Knights such great field position, because they will capitalize, as you can see. But, again, New Brockton's got to generate some offense somehow, some way.
Yeah, I agree. But you can't be too crazy with the football, because we've had 2 turnovers back-to-back almost here in the third quarter, which gave Northside great field position. So they just need to tighten things up and get back to their game and run the ball.
Mr. Fitz-Carter has had a big night of kicking the ball off. Picked up again by Jackson Whitworth, number 7. He's going to find some room on the outside this time. He's going to step out of bounds, though, I believe, before right about the 45-yard line. Yeah, that's where they're marking at. So didn't get quite as much as we thought because he stepped out of bounds, but it's still a good return.
Again, when the kicker makes the tackle on your special teams, that's generally not good. And number 7, again, he's been off and on like he may be cramping up here in third quarter. Like you said, these kids go both ways, and it takes a toll on them by the time they get to the third and fourth quarter.
Another direct handoff straight up the middle. Number 1, Gabe Harrington. going to pick up a couple yards there. Again, that Knight defense have been stout up the middle since after the first quarter, right into the second quarter.
Jordan Sanford with the tackle. Looks like we've got another player possibly with another cramp. Now, sometimes with the cool weather, you can still get cramps. That doesn't anything, and hopefully he's okay. Looks like number 1, he's the Wildcat quarterback, Mr. Gabe Harrington. Hopefully it's just a cramp. They can get some fluids in him on the sideline. And
yeah, they don't need any more injuries, especially some of their key players. Good protection, looking deep, and it is caught. That was a nice, much better pass there by the quarterback. Number 19, Chase Ray, and he's going to get all the way, I think that's number 20, Anthony Seiler. He's going to get all the way down to about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice pass. He threw actually into double coverage, but number 20 went up and got the ball. Nice play by Anthony Seiler. Looks like about 13-yard line. Braylon Clements, number 7, with the tackle.
Handoff to number 15, Blake Peterson. He's going to pull his way down and fight his way for a couple yards, but there is a flag on the play.
Look like it may be on New Brockton.
Could be.
During the play, personal foul on the defense, personal foul on the offense. Field goal set. First down.
So they're going to mark off the personal foul against New Brockton, but there's also a personal foul against Northside, so it's going to be offsetting penalty. So we're going to redo this at 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. 14-yard line.
That's normally just 2 players going at it after the whistle, so both of them get called for it. And that's kind of like your warning, because if you get another one, you are gone.
Yeah, and it was thrown by the back judge, almost way back, so I think it was just some, like you said, some extra pushing. There's that little swing pass to number 38. It's going to get close to a first down. That was Jared Pettit with the reception.
Braden Clements with a nice stop there.
Going to be close to a first down. Didn't get it, though. So let's bring up 2nd and about 1. We had equipment malfunction by number 7 of the Knights, who's been the workhorse and also playing defense, Braylon Clements. So he had to come out for a play. Got a legal procedure.
On the offense. Penalty is 5 yards. Second down.
So false start by New Brockton's going to bring it back to about the 11-yard line. So be 2nd and 6. So we're going to have a timeout here by the Knights. They're going to kind of talk things over a little bit and try to figure out a way to stop New Brockton from scoring since they're all the way down to about the 11-yard line. So, but they need it desperately. That was a nice little play, but that little swing pass, which has worked several times that time. But then again, mistakes, shoot yourself in the foot with a false start.
Yeah, they've had a few turnovers, some on special team, some not getting the 4th down deep in their own territory. That's kind of opened the door for Northside. But again, to Northside's credit, they've taken advantage of it and completed the drives and scored the touchdowns. And like we said, just 8 minutes ago, it was a 2-point ball game. So you're inside roughly about the 10-yard line here. You score a touchdown, go for 2, it really becomes a 2-possession ball game going into the 4th quarter. So New Brockton's not out of it. But this is a big series for New Brockton. They need to get points on the board for sure.
Yeah, they need to finish here and get some points. Like you said, if not, it's going to be tough. So we do have 3:51 left in the third quarter and the whole fourth quarter to go. The Gamecocks down by 22. So they're needing points desperately. Going to be handoff to the big man, and he is just going to power through to about the 1 yard line. And that was number 15, Blake Peterson, running over people.
Looks like we got a lineman down. He's grabbing his knee for New Brockton.
Peterson, left guard.
Looks like number 56, Aaron Watson Jr. I'm not sure if somebody rolled up on him or.
No, that play by number 15, that's going to bring the ball down to about the 2 yard line, 1st and goal for New Brockton.
And I think if you're New Brockton, you're giving it to number 15, Blake Peterson, 3 times in a row, possibly 4 if you need to.
Yes, I would give it to him several times. He has been hard to take down tonight. I mean, they got the game tackling. One person ain't going to bring him down, or hadn't been able to. They've been able to stop him if somebody stands him up, and then they get some help for some other ones. But if they don't hit him low and they keep him high, he's been able to push for another 4 yards.
This is extremely big here for New Brockton. See if they can push this in.
There it is, and he's going to score standing up. Number 15, Blake Peterson, calling his number again and going to that left side of that O-line. So it's going to be 18-34 score. Knights are up, but Gamecocks had looked good on that drive right there.
Now, I would think they would be going for 2 here. Looks like they're bringing Blake off, which he's been their best short yardage game. They look like they're going to the Wildcat with number 1, Gabe Harrington here. This is what it looks like.
There it is. It's going to be a little trick play. It's going to be a pass. So it was a good try. It was a toss, number 8. And I'm sorry, number 3, Jackson Lawson. And he was going to try to throw it to the quarterback, number 19, Chase Ray, but it was not a very good throw.
Left side of that line, number 78, number 70, looked like Curtis Wombles got a really good push to help Mr. Peterson in. And I would not be surprised if New Brockton does an onside kick. They've already recovered 1 tonight on a great kick by Mr. Monterey-Ligre. So I would expect to see that again.
So 3:25 left in this third quarter. Gamecocks 18, Knights 34. That was a big score right there. They needed the 2 points because it looks like the Knights have been able to move the ball, and they're probably going to score again, but at least they did get a touchdown.
Looks like it could be Braylon Clements on one side, and then you also got Mr. Peterson on the other side. Looks like they're going to go back and forth tonight on rushing the ball. And with that run, that's 58 yards for Mr. Peterson tonight with a touchdown.
Definitely look like he's setting up for an onside kick. If he gets another good one, not the last one. And here's another one. Took a high bounce, but it got caught by number 44 on the run. Nice play by Jackson Reynolds. He's going to go and score. I mean, it was a great kick. Got a high bounce, but, man, Jackson, he timed it absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Number 57 for New Brockton. Call his name out again. Arnaud Monteligre. He needs to teach that around here because that is like the ideal perfect onside kick. New Brockton just didn't have a guy to cover the ball. Number 44 almost caught it in stride, and there was nobody there touching him. So, great job by Mr. Stingfield. He's actually a senior tonight. Last game for him. But a nice kick as well by New Brockton on their special teams.
Fitz Carter with the call bob. Be Cool PAT is up, and it's good.
Wasn't pretty, but it counts.
It didn't. It went in there a little sideways, crooked, but like I say, as long as it goes between those two posts, it don't matter, and above that one in the vertical.
Now you'll see the nice kick here. Takes one big bump right there. Nobody there. Number 44 catches it, and he's gone.
You know, it looked like they went in at number 20. Again, Mr. Seiler cut to the inside where he should have stayed straight, and he caught it just about right to him.
Yeah. You know, one thing, New Brockton doesn't have this type of field over there to practice on. So that's something that's a little difficult. You know, they probably not used to seeing a bounce that high in New Brockton on regular grass. Northside's had the benefit of being out here and playing. This will be their 5th game. They've actually had some practices out here as well. So they've had that benefit of being on this turf, and it makes a big difference the way that ball bounces for sure.
When he first kicked it, I thought it was going to be just like the last one. I thought it was going to hit somebody right there, but it made a double bounce, and that last one was probably, I don't know, 8 foot and 10 foot in the air.
I can't tell you how many onside kicks I've seen this year in college and pro, and nobody has done it as well as Mr. Montaligre.
Big, strong kick.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better kick by Fitz Carter. He had that down in the 5-yard line. It looked like it was going in the end zone, and it just turned left. Nice kick by Fitz there. That pins him way back. Right at the 5-yard line, looks like it.
Yeah, that's not what the Gamecocks needed, is to be down with a long, long field to go to drive the ball. But that's what they got. So we got 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Gamecocks with the ball down a bunch. So they need to put some more points on the board and not make any more mistakes.
Seeing the band there going at it for New Brockton, doing a great job with the drum line. And that's one thing I like about high school football games. A band makes a big difference in the crowd.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job at halftime.
They sure did.
Mr. Chase is on his own goal line. Hands the ball off to big number 15. Blake Peterson just bullies his way backwards for about a 6-yard gain.
If you're Northside, you're fine. The clock's running. You know, they got within a 2-possession ball game, but then the kickoff return on the onside kick made it a 3-possession game. So you're allowing them to pound the ball. If you're Northside, run that clock.
Yeah, you just don't want any big plays like possibly this. Nope. Getting through into double coverage, they're going to have to find a way. And you said it 2 or 3 times, he never takes his eyes off of them. They need to send out another couple receivers because they was almost triple covered there. The middle of the field is wide open. If they just drag somebody across the middle.
And it looks like they're taking a wide receiver and just doing a go route. If they can have that outside wide receiver cut in behind him, he can run for 30, 40 yards because everybody's just following the ball on the deep route.
Another run by number 15, Blake Peterson. He is going to get a first down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 20 for New Brockton. And they're speeding up play a little bit, look like.
Yeah, number 44, Jonathan Steinfeld with the tackle. He's the one who just ran the kickoff back. Nice tackle.
Number 15, Blake Peterson again with about a 6-yard run and taking 2 or 3 to bring him down.
Looks like we got number 7 there. Nice tackle by number 60, Tanner Strickland, but number 7, Braden Clements, he's kind of walking kind of gingerly. That's a starting tailback. Northside needs to keep him healthy if possible.
New Brockton going to give number 15, Blake Peterson, a rest. Put in number 1, Gabe Harrington. He's going to pick up the first down at the 33-yard line. Now, this is how they were doing the first quarter and the part of the second quarter, running the ball.
Yeah, Jesse Dyson, number 46, with the tackle there. But again, if you're Northside, you're down with about 1:35 left on the clock in the third quarter. Up 3. Nice play.
Very nice play. That's that little dump pass to number 38, Jared Pittett, but it was well covered by the Knights.
And number 44, Mr. Steinfeld again. He read that perfect. That's that little pop-out screen we talked about to Pittett.
Yeah, that's going to bring up second and about 10.5 from the 32-yard line. There's a ball that should have been caught. It was intended for number 3, Jackson Lawson. Hit him in the shoulder pad, and it would have been a 9-yard gain, but he couldn't hold on to it.
Looks like Mr. Seiler, number 20, is back in the ball game. 3rd and long, I would expect to see a deep route for number 20. Looks like they're going to put him over there so he can get one-on-one on the top of your screen, right there. Number 20.
The Knights playing man-to-man. Little stop route. Again, another pass that should have been caught. They ain't helping Blake Peterson out one bit. There's 2 passes back-to-back that both of them should be caught.
Yeah, that ball hit him right in the hands, number 20. Coach drawed up a nice play. Looks like we're going to have a punt here. But if they catch that, they're going for it because it's 4th and short. I don't think he may get the first down unless he breaks that tackle, but it's definitely a short yardage situation.
Let's see how the snap goes on this punt. The last one was low. This was much better. Going to be a quick little kick, and it is taken at the 39-yard line by the Knights. It's going to get it all the way into New Brockton territory at about the 48-yard line, where they will take over on offense. That was number 1, Colin Blackwell, with the return.
A nice tackle by number 12, James Downing. Northside again, starting off the possession in New Brockton's territory. That's kind of been the theme of the second half for Northside. The first 3 times they took advantage of it. And I guess actually if you take the onside kick 4 times, they took advantage of it.
Little toss pass, number 1, Colin Blackwell. He's going to get like about 7 yards on that. That was another good play, mixing it up well, the Knights.
Jackson Whitworth with the nice play there. I'd like to see him cut back up a little bit. He had the avenue with the blocker out there. He tried to get the edge, and Jackson did a good job of stopping him. Looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 4 here.
Yeah, that's what Braylon Clements has been able to do on that end around. You know, he, instead of trying to cut, you know, to the edge, he's making a nice cut and cutting back inside, getting all those yards and breaking tackles. So we're at 0-0-0 for 3rd quarters. So we're starting the 4th quarter, going to a quick break. Come back.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh-cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly, and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway, and remember, get baked, not fried.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes.
We're delivering safer care.
And more satisfied patients.
As a result, our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog.
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Harry McBride with Country Financial.
right, welcome to the fourth quarter of this game. Just now started, run one play, and they were able to get the first down. That's the Knights, and they are at the 35-yard line of New Brockton, 11:35. Again, we're just starting the fourth quarter, but the Knights have poured it on. They are leading 41-18. Another nice run by number 46. That's Jesse Dyson. They are bringing in some fresh legs in that backfield with this big lead, giving a couple players some rest, but that was a good run. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
Cannon Richmond on the tackle there. Like you said, both teams, I think, are down to about their 3rd or 4th string tailbacks and linebackers and linemen. And whoever's the best depth chart, I have a feeling is going to pull this out.
Number 7, Braylon Clemens with a strong run. Had a Gamecock a hold of him, but he just kept turning those legs. Going to get a first down all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, number 18, Cannon Richmond again, just held on until he got help from Bradley Atkinson to pull him down, but it was a first down for Northside.
New Brockton need to keep the Knights out of the end zone. Well, this game's going to be pretty much out of hand, out of reach. Some more good blocking and good running by number 7, Braden Clemens. That's that little end around run that has worked all night long, and he's gotten yards on that almost every play. You would think that New Brockton would learn how to stop that, but they got too many blockers.
Yeah, number 75 again with the nice play there. 3 tackles in a row for him. Looks like we've got our 4th string tailback coming in for Northside. Northside's probably going to take their time here to try to run that clock.
Again, that's Jesse Dyson.
Dyson at right in.
With the run, he's going to get maybe a couple yards down to about the 7-yard line. 2nd down, 7. Goal to go.
That's right. Nice tackle, number 15 there.
Good cut right there at the middle, and he's going to score. That's number 46, Jesse Dyson, getting the handoff, starting going to the left side of that O-line, weaving his way through there, and like the way he covered that ball up, so nobody couldn't strip it out of him, because a turnover would have been, the only thing that's really going to help New Brockton. But again, down 47-18, this has gotten almost too much for them to come back from.
Yeah, the unsung heroes here in the second half, that offensive line. They haven't thrown the ball much. They've ran, and they've done a great job of blocking and getting extra yardage, and the running back's doing a good job reading the blocks as well. But that offensive line is really moving that defensive line for New Brockton here in the second half.
PAT is up and good. So with 8:58 left in this game, that brings the score to the Knights 48, Gamecocks 18. 30-point lead there, Mr. Mark.
Yeah, Jesse Dyson, that same draw play that they've ran 2 or 3 times with Braden.
You see him coming right in your screen, living room right there.
It's a great job of covering up that ball and not getting that turnover.
So the Gamecocks going to have to regroup after this year. The way it's going now, they're going to go with a winless season, which is tough, especially for your seniors. You want to get at least one win. But, I think they got a team to build on. They got some players to build on. They just need to shore some things up. Made a lot of mistakes, lots of turnovers. I don't know, didn't get a chance to look at a bunch of the other games. They wasn't a whole lot on max preps, but I'm going to assume that that's probably the case all year long.
Yeah, and, it was just, again, we can't say enough. It was a 2-point ball game at halftime. Now they're down by 30. But a lot of that had to do with Northside causing turnovers and making plays.
Another good kick taken by number 20, Anthony Seiler. He's going to return it out to about the 27-yard line where the Gamecocks take over with 8:50 left. Not a whole lot of time when you're down 30 points, but maybe they can generate some offense, get some positivity going anyway.
Look like Jesse Dyson, who just scored, actually made the tackle. That's a good sign to see. Got some scores here for you. Philip here in the fourth quarter. HA and Pike County are tied.
Wow.
14-14. And also Wicksburg versus Dadeville, they're tied 14-14 in the fourth quarter. GD Belongs up 28-0. And Enterprise is losing 18-15 in the third quarter.
Wow. All right, a receiver caught a ball for number 19, Chase Ray. Going to get about a 6-yard, almost 7-yard gain.
Now that quarterback, number 19, you're seeing on your screen, he's actually just a sophomore. So he's probably taking some lumps this year. But if he continues to grow in the offseason, he will be a force to be reckoned with.
It's number 15, Blake Peterson, with another big carry. And speaking of somebody that's coming back next year, he'll be back.
Yes.
He's just 11th grader. And if he gets bigger and stronger, wow. That's what I say. I think they got a lot of things to work. Next year is going to be a lot better season.
Yeah, this year didn't go as they wanted. Most likely they're going to be 0-10. But there's bright spots there that you can see that they can work on.
Going to go deep. Well covered. Ball was thrown a little bit short, and that was just uncatchable. Number 7, Jackson Whitworth wanting a flag on the play, but I didn't see it either. But it didn't seem enough contact to make a flag call, but the ball was just a little bit, and that's a long way to throw the ball.
Yeah, it looks like the number 7 there for New Brockton didn't really make an attempt to come back for it, and I think that's how he didn't get the call. If he makes a better effort of trying to come back through to get the ball, I believe he'll get that flag for him. Brings up 2nd and 10 here.
There's that little play, faked at number 38, tried to get it out to number 3, Jackson Lawson. But again, that's a hard throw. You're throwing across your body. You're going one way, and when you're right-handed trying to throw that, it takes a lot of arm strength to be able. Most of the time, it's thrown short.
Yeah, you know, a lot of short arm it because they can't clear that front hip when they're throwing, kind of block it so they don't get much on it. So
brings up 3rd and 10. That throw was a little bit wide. It was thrown to double coverage. And, again, he had Mr. 20, Anthony Seiler, on this side of the field that was open, but he's locked in on one receiver. So it's going to bring up 4th and 10. Look like they're going to punt. Maybe a fake.
Looks like we may have a running clock.
Nice high punt. And that is get a nice New Brockton bounce down to about the 27-yard line. So that's where the Knights will take over, and you're thinking they may go ahead and just go do a run the clock and get this game.
Well, the clock's continuing to run right now, and they're not stopping it. So after that last touchdown, I think maybe, which those that don't know, both coaches have to agree to that before they do that, and it looks like.
And I think that ball went out of bounds, so it should have stopped right there. Well, it should have stopped anyway when they moved the chains, but it has continued to run. So with a 30-point lead and only 5 minutes left, look like the mercy rule, let the clock run, is both coaches has agreed to.
Got a change in quarterback, looks like. John Michael Mordecai. Kingston Whaley, number 20 there with the carry. Got a timeout, looks like now for Northside. It's only fitting that Mr. Mordecai comes in the game on the first game of the World Series tonight. Dad played for the Braves, though that name sounds familiar. He's the athletic director at Northside Methodist now and the head baseball coach, as you would imagine.
Yeah, look like Northside's going to make some changes and some players. May get some players that hadn't played in there, or make sure the seniors get their playing time. So they called a timeout to make some adjustments, I'm sure. 4:42 left, and they are definitely going to win this game, which is going to bring them to with 4 wins.
That's right. 4-6. And like we talked before, there's 2 of those games that could go either way. 1 point lost, and I believe a 4-point loss that Providence scored less than 2 minutes. They would have a winning record this year.
Yeah, they'd be just about going to playoffs.
Pretty close.
Yeah, because I think some of those. Well, I think they got one win in the region, so this will be 2, so maybe not. But it's still been a lot better. But you're right; those 2 games could have went either way.
I'm talking the World Series. It's tied 5-5 at the top of the 6 with the Astros and the Phillies.
Snap, hand it off, getting number 20, Kingston Whaley. He's going to plow through for about maybe 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And one thing I like to see there, you're seeing a lot of kids from both teams help the other team up. We've been to some games this year where it got pretty testy at times, and a lot of flags were thrown for unsportsmanlike. It's good to see. And the band's still rocking at the 4 minutes left to go in the game, and they're not stopping either. That's a good sign as well.
Got a whistle on the field. Got a flag way back here in the back.
Delay of the game. See offense. Penalty at 5 yards. Repeat, play 3rd down.
Yeah, they let that clock run on down all the way that time, Mark.
Yeah,
which is fine.
They got that new quarterback. He's just in the 9th grade, having some of his first snaps at quarterback. So it's a learning experience, and that's why you do this when games are kind of out of reach, where your player can learn. Because one injury and he's in there, so he needs these reps.
Handoff, good strong run there. It's going to get probably about 4 yards, maybe almost 5 yards.
Nice in your left hand.
Number 38, Jared Pettit with the nice tackle. Imagine you're probably going to see a punt, yeah.
Clock continued to run all the way down to 2:28.
Pretty good kick there by Mr. Fitz. Going to get a nice roll.
It has a good net right there on that punt. It's going to be all the way down to the 22-yard line.
About a 40-yard punt there for Fitz. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the ball game with the running clock.
Man, it's been a Jekyll and Hyde between halves, hasn't it?
It sure has. Close game, and New Brockton, it's just like it got out of control, and it was like a snowball. It just kept building up. They couldn't stop it, and you hate that for them. But then you look at Northside, they took advantage of it. You can see that, and they've rushed for over 176 yards, and they only had 40 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So 130 in the second half,
yes.
and Braden Clements has got 111 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Defense continued to play tough. The handoff was to number 1, Gabe Harrington, and he is met at the line of scrimmage and brought down for a 2-yard loss. It's going to be 2nd and 12.
Number 54 right there coming off. You're seeing him on the screen, John Dalton Webb with the nice tackle. Tackle for loss. With less than a minute to go now. This could be the last play of the season.
Handoff up the middle, number 1, Gabe Harrington, he dances around, got back almost to about the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up third and 10 and a half, 11.
Number 55, Jordan Stanfield with the tackle. He's had a good night tonight. The middle linebacker, he's made some good plays. Filled the holes.
15 on the play clock. Before the ball game is over, we've got 9. So look like they may run one more play, and this ball game will be over. The last run was number 15, Blake Peterson, who had a great night. The Knights are just too much. So too many mistakes by the Gamecocks, too many short field advantages given to the Knights. And the Knights, as you said, took advantage of it. Defense stepped up, offensive line stepped up huge, and the Brockton just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, I think the turnovers, they had a bad snap there on the punt. Northside got their first possession inside the 5-yard line. Then the next time they got the ball on a turnover downs, and the next one was an interception, and they got the ball down inside